Alrighty. No. We will have Licks here in the blue as the Persians to the southwestish of the map. On Nomad, of course. And in the yellow to the southeastish as the Byzantines will be the Viper. Already looking like Licks is off to a better start. Able to build that town center faster. Vills are a bit closer. Docks are also very close. Ooh, this could be pretty rough for Viper. Now, of course, Viper is going to be the favorite, but it's Licks, and you never count Licks out. I don't think anybody can ever just, like, you know, Licks versus X and just be like, oh yeah, easy 3-0, especially if the map is Nomad. Or Nomad-style maps. TC's up. Fishing ship is on the way. And yeah, just look how much slower this is for Viper. Oh, didn't get the cow? Yeah, didn't. He sees the boar. Oh, Viper's only found one cow. Oh, this is such a bad start for him. Okay, we'll see that one. And we'll see that one as well. So Viper can just send a villager over to pick them up. And that will give him some kind of food income, which he does need. Because, like, look at this for Licks. He's already 2 villagers ahead. Viper's had to get Loom, I think. Nope. He just got the TC up faster. In 4? In 4 what? Games? Anyway, there's a lake in the middle of the map, which vaguely looks like the Czech Republic, and it is a peninsular map, as you know, this isn't connected by the sea, but still, these guys are right next to each other on the water anyway. Now, I don't think either knows this. Yeah. So we'll have to see when that happens. Now Viper's having to get the Loom upgrade just because he doesn't have enough food in yet. Look at resources gathered. Uh-oh, Lick's already off to a much better start. And Byzantines, again, they are a good Nomad civ. They aren't an amazing Nomad civ like Persians. It's like what we saw from Persians Portuguese earlier. Persians just have that eco. They have the strength on water and on land. Well, I mean, their land isn't amazing, but it's good enough. The monks are really bad, and they don't have a unique unit that is easily spammable in early Castle Age. As much as I would love, like, one war elephant to somehow be, like, able to crush all opposition and turn the tide, that's not too realistic. Is Viper the best Nomad player in the world? Well, we shall see. That's obviously kind of rough, though. And that's the thing with Nomad. Nomad is always going to be random to some degree. It's just how it is. Sometimes you get a bad start, and your opponent gets a good start. This doesn't mean the game's over, but it means that Viper's already fighting from a position where he's behind. Yes, Nomad is definitely an equalizer. Oh, he actually doesn't see the cow by 1 tile. That's rough. He doesn't see the deer either. Wow. Didn't Licks retire? He retired from 1v1 events, except for this Nomad event, because he loves Nomad. Oh wow, 2 villagers are actually able to squeeze in there. Now Licks himself will be picking up the Loom upgrade. And we'll be able to click up. You really couldn't ask for a better Dark Age from Licks. 17 villagers, 5 to 6 fishing ships. This is what you want to be doing if you're going for early feudal aggression on the water. Impero? So, we'll have to see here. Viper... What is he doing? Does he... Oh, he wants feudal age. Uh, 200 food, 200 food and 75 gold. Already going to be some villager fighting. And that will force Licks off of that mining camp, so this is going to be the first thing that actually kind of goes Viper's way. Oh, is it a tarp? Not quite. Oh, and Licks doesn't see that gold. Oh, this could actually be exactly the luck that Viper needs. Licks missed this gold by like 2 tiles. I mean, he's looking everywhere for some, man. He actually has better scouting than Viper, but it is actually quite unlucky. And Licks is queuing up 2 galleys. I wonder if this is a decision based on thinking that, okay, I'm Persians, I'm going to be faster up to the feudal age, I can go for the unit that's better at killing fishing ships, aka galleys versus fire galleys. But, or if it's because he literally could not afford 2 fire galleys. Should he beat Viper? I mean, I wish, man. No, Viper actually doesn't have enough for a mine. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, he has a mining camp over here. But Licks realizing that Viper's over this way. I think he saw the houses earlier. Uh-oh. Viper's actually trying to repair the ship? What? Yeah, that's not going to work, my dude. Oh, this hurts. Especially because Viper's not going for a fast castle. He's trying to go for feudal age. He's building a barracks. He has a spearman. I'm not too sure what he wants to be doing. I mean, they are pretty close to each other, but I don't see Viper going for a tower rush yet. Both players were able to get to the double bit axe upgrade. And sniped. Viper down 6 villagers. Well, 6 fishing ships. Yeah, no, he found gold over here. Oh, wow, he actually sent the villagers all the way over here, though. I guess this was the first place he found it, so that's kind of really unlucky for him. And Viper himself looking to get some damage done on these ships that Licks is not doing anything to mitigate. Hello? Hello? And these are Byzantine fire galleys. They're gonna win. Oh. Well, I guess the spearman goes down, but so does the fire ship, and... Well, I mean, that's not amazing for Licks. Licks himself does have an archery range skirmisher on the way. Meanwhile, Viper is making a market. I wonder what for. Like, he doesn't have an archery range, he doesn't have a stable, he doesn't have a blacksmith. Is he gonna try and buy his way up to Castle Age? Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. But it's still gonna be a little ways before he can get to Castle Age, because he lost all of his fishing eco. Like, literally, all of it. For his part, Licks at least still has 3 fishing ships. Okay, so it will be for a stable, so he wants to go for some knights. Or, I guess, camels, but probably knights, since he's likely imagining that he's faster up to Castle Age. Shalom. Doc now coming up in the north here for our blue player. Even getting the horse collar upgrade. And 3 bills on stone. He wants to go for a castle drop. But he's nowhere near Castle Age. This is really weird. goes up, isn't it GG? Not necessarily. Lix is ahead economically by a significant margin. And Viper only has one dock. Oh, that's just a cow. And, well, Lix is going to be coming forward with the tower. He wants to be more aggressive in the feudal age. This dock is up. Going to be making more fishing ships. Just really stretch out that lead. The Viper is reasonably well defended. He can just fall back. Remember, Byzantines, the defensive civ. Freetown Watch, you're able to see that tower coming. And this really shouldn't be doing a whole lot of anything. And Lix is off stone completely now. Not too sure where all of these guys are going. Maybe he thinks Viper has a dock over on the eastern side, but he does not. But I would just make sure I deal with this dock, because the Viper can always just, like, make a fire galley to harass fishing ships. Freetown Watch is great, man. Never underestimate the free building LOS upgrades. Well, another tower is on the way. I'm not terribly impressed by this one. Like, what does it do? I mean, I guess he's just trying to punch away into Viper's base, but... Viper making a scout cavalry for some reason. I guess he just is literally going to use it to scout the map. And he finds a mining camp over here with a random spearman. Oh, that's fortunate. Now, Lix is going to click up pretty soon, and remember, as Persians, you are getting there 10% faster. And Viper goes, I have no idea. Lix sees it, instantly uses the market quite extensively. Siege Workshop Monastery instantly comes in. Not enough resources for a knight, though, instead prioritizing the bowsaw upgrade like a boomer. There you go. Both players using the market quite extensively. Okay, so now Lix is going back over to stone. I guess content with these towers being up. And it's actually a scorpion. So Viper thinks that there's more aggression coming than there actually is. So that is a bit of a win here for our blue player. Hera ended up winning it with just some really strong macro and micro on the Baltic map. Okay, well, a ram is the next unit queued up. Oh, whoa, whoa, actually, sorry. Viper was able to snag a knight, or create a knight, and snag 3 villagers with it. That's certainly not anything to complain about. Oh, Lix actually also docked here in the middle. Interesting. I love how active Lix is being, like, all over the map. Look at this, 77 to 59% map exploration. Around, what is it, 1,500 more resources collected? Just need to make sure he doesn't take any big damage to the knight. And yes, the knight got 3 villagers, and that's really good, don't get me wrong. But... okay, well, this one's also going to go down. But Lex is going to have fish for days. He's got 11 fishing ships right now, guys. That is what we would call in the business a lot. Yeah, just some more units running around. 1 camel, 2 camels. Second TC now here for blue. And the thing is, this isn't any, like, real crazy Lix madness. Like, this isn't a TC drop or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he went for 2 forward towers, but other than that, it's just been really smart play. And having a much better start, for sure. 3rd TC now here for Lix. As aggressive a player as Lix is, he is totally comfortable taking things to Imperial Age. He's just kind of in, like, you know, mid-game. You know, super good early game, super good late game, just kind of in between. Although 2 relics gathered for Viper is quite nice. Looks like a few units got cleaned up by the knight. Actually, I don't know what they got cleaned up by. And Lix is just going to be trying to stonewall. But, I mean, this is going to be a scary push from the Viper. University. Okay, I guess guard tower? Yeah, fletching upgrade. That tells guard, or that says guard tower. You need a little bit more wood. Pikeman upgrade. Yeah, okay, now you can afford it. Yeah. Second time we'll be seeing Persian guard towers today, interestingly. Anyway, upgrade's gonna be in just the nick of time. Of course, some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make, says Lix. Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose this tower, though. Okay, another one is being constructed. Actually, he is willing to lose it, interestingly. Why? Because now the Mangonels are just going to attack this tower, and your villagers are going to be in danger. Yeah, that was really weird. Maybe he thought the mangoes couldn't range it, but I don't know. That seems like an easy one. Oh. Looks like a knight and a scout died at TC. Viper does dock the middle. Gonna be cleaning up several fishing ships. But Lick's still working with a 17 worker advantage. No, I don't think so. Viper has 3 mangonels. It's always had 3 mangonels. But with more guard towers coming in, it's going to be more difficult for Lix to actually make something happen. Did he? Is Viper big noob? It could be that Viper is big noob. Second guard tower on the way. And this is just a much more consistent defense than the castle, which you don't really need anyway at this stage, because again, you're not making war elephants right now, sorry. Nevertheless, Viper has found an angle, maybe? He's looking for that angle where he can attack the town center. Also docking out here in the side once again. Although most of Lix's fishing ships are way over here to the north. I know, Toast, I know. One of my greatest moments in all of AoE 2. I should have saved that replay, man. I mean, how often do you get to win a game with sneak war elephants? Best thing you missed today? Honestly, the games haven't been very close at all. Like, we had a very close set, but the games within those sets were all pretty one-sided. 4th TC now coming in here for our Persian player Lix, and again, why the hell not? Rams coming in too. Viper is still a little ways off from Imperial Age. Lix even has 1 relic himself. It's the Chinese players and the Gamer Legion players, man. Always so diligent about picking up relics, and the Finns, actually. And now a castle coming in, too. Is it going to be enough, though? 4 mangoes. Oh. I don't think that Lix is going to be stopped right now. Oh. Okay, yeah, the castle's going up. Villagers are going to die. But, like I said, some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, I know. We're through the looking glass. Oh, the Byzantine heal speed is OP! That's funny. And Viper's clicking up to Imperial Age. Viable? The unit is viable. It's just not viable in 1v1. in most situations. Because remember, Persians barely get played, and when they do get played, they get played on hybrid maps. And, like, Warleys are just not a good unit on hybrid maps. But, like, BF team games? You bet they use Ellies all the time. Even, like, arena team games. Super late game 1v1, or Arabia team games. 1v1 on arena sometimes. It's just mostly a team game unit. Like, usually the play with Persians is to go paladins or camels into elephants. Usually. Anyway, as nice as a spot, as nice a spot as this is for Lix, he is going to need to do something. He needs an army. Now going to be going for some light cap, but that's going to delay his Imperial Age even more. Situationalist of all situationals. Maybe. But well, actually, no. They're better than Ballista Elephants, at least as a combat unit. Looks like Lix is going to be going for some Kamen Duran. But yeah, he's going to need to find a way to not die to our Bombard Cannon. And that's going to be tricky, because our Bombard Cannon's really good. So, let's see. I mean, now Lix knows his opponent's an Imperial Age. He's got 42 on food. He'll be able to click up really soon. I think it's still anyone's... Oh, he doesn't have the university! That hurts a lot. That actually hurts a lot. Because what this means is that this is all going to be slowed down. And remember, you can just fall back. Okay, getting Imp at the most exposed TC seems a little bit suspect, but at least you get there 15% faster. Oh, yeah, that is pretty feels bad, man. Ooh, actually, Viper not hit units in position right here. Again, Lix just buying time right now. But is Trashbow really going to be the best unit? I mean, you're just outranged by the enemy crossbowmen because of, you know, Bracer and Arbalest and all that. But Lix is... Okay, now Lix is going to be going for those heavy cavalry units. I mean, if you can go Cavalier plus Trashbow, that's really, really good. Where are you guys going? Guess going for a raid? And remember, Viper is still only on one town center. Okay, it's now actually just going for Elite Skirmisher. That makes sense. You'd rather just have Skirmishers than trash bows against enemy arbs. Yeah, I think that Lix is simply in too strong of a spot defensively. Both players with 2 relics. Elite Cataphracts do versus fully upgraded Cavalier. The Catas should win, especially with Logistica. They have same attack, same armor, 10 more HP, faster attack speed, and the potential for trample damage. Yeah, again, with Lix, it's just about buying time until he can get to a super strong army with 30 more villagers. Now Viper going to be the one trying to go for stone walls. Plate barding is on the way. There you go, Folder. Yeah, I mean, it just takes so long for these crossbowmen to get all the way around. Ooh, very nice conversion there for Viper. Getting a bit lucky. But now the bombard cannons are trundling forward. Oh, you have to be careful, though. You have to be... Yeah. Guard towers will kill the bombards. Oh... I mean, yeah, Viper's gonna win this castle war. quite comfortably. And looks like he needs an army. 80 longswords versus 40 trash bows. Oh, Viper using the market a lot. Not too sure what for. I guess just more army. Oh, crossbowman not on patrol. Oh, just on move command. Oh, that hurts a lot. That's a lot of dead units right there to just light cav. If I'm in Lix's position, I just work towards siege rams. Skirmishers or trash bows, plus hussars, plus siege rams. Or cavalier if you can afford it, but gold situation doesn't seem to be that amazing. Actually, no, he's got tons of gold. Well, not tons of gold. He has, like, an okay-ish amount of gold. Yeah, really all he needs at this point is just the production and not being housed. That's pretty important. But now the Hussars are going to come for a counterattack. Viper does have some pikemen, and Byzantines, of course, get very cheap pikemen, but not really the tax you'd want in terms of just fleshing out those upgrades. You know, Halberdier just has +1 defense. And I think that Lix is still going to be in quite a potent spot in this game. Again, he is losing ground, but that's okay. He's got more to fall back to. He has another sort of clear line that he can hold with this castle and with all these military production buildings. Like, he's not going to want to lose this. If he loses this area, then things are going to start to look quite dire again. But I don't think he will. These stone walls from Viper completely guarding this area is very nice for him, though. It means he can just focus on this push here across the front. Is Pike still... Yes. They are still the counter unit. Three trebuchets here, actually. Can try and snipe the bombard cannons at the very least. Why are they, like... It's so weird. It's like they were in a permanent state of being unpacked. Army numbers are pretty much equal. Blast Furnace is almost in. That could be... Okay, yeah. Just waiting for the Blast Furnace. Now it's going to be coming in. Blast Furnace, obviously, a very important upgrade for Hussars. Their low base damage makes the, 2 increase quite meaningful. I disagree. I think it looks totally fine for Lix. I think he wins this fight really comfortably, at least in terms of sniping enemy siege units. Well, actually, it's not... Okay, now he's focusing the siege. I actually think he took that out way more poorly than he could have, but he's still getting the job done in terms of getting the siege units. Like, the Hussars spent a lot of time just kind of going back and forth over here. And Lix also needs more farmers. And Vipers is getting Halberdier. But yeah, 60 pop advantage for Lix right now. Viper's going to be going for elite skirmishers. But if there's any player Civ combo that can grind out a win like this, it's going to be Viper with Byzantines, right? Maximum efficiency. I just really don't like that Viper hasn't added any TCs. Like, in going for this push, you should have at least been on, like, 3 TCs right now. Just so you can get up to your good villager count eventually. Because you're not going to just kill Lix right now. With this TC coming up on the gold, Lix feels comfortable enough to make Cavalier. But still, they are just Cavalier. That is very wasteful. Those are not cheap units, Lix. Yeah, but look at this. 70 pop advantage. Lix fully maxed out. Even with cheap Byzantine units, the eco of our blue player is just too strong. And Viper looking to lose game number 1 in this best of 5. Lix's army flooding forward. He kept his trebs alive, meaning he can go for a counterattack much more easily. That is a fantastic choke point for Viper, who is freaking hard to kill, man. But I still firmly believe that this is all in Lix's favor right now. Skirms simply are not going to have an answer, except bombard cannons, and the bombard cannons just have to stay so far back. You've got to be kidding me, right? Are you... Okay, he's out of stone. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Byzantine HP OP! What even is that nonsense? Oh my god, now Lix's pop is dropping. Guilds coming in. Oh, and Viper denies the TC at 97%! And is fully walled off this area. Oh my god. Deletes the blacksmith. Couple bombards on the way. That is absolutely insane, though, that castle is still alive. But Viper getting access to this gold, it's just a gigantic momentum swing. Viper now takes the score lead. Crop rotation. This isn't over, but now it's... You know, we've gone from Lix having a lead throughout this entire game to now the ball being in Viper's court. Yeah, barely saving the castle and barely denying the town center. Lix is trying to push forward, though, and that is a lot of scary cavalry units. And the Halb numbers are getting lower. There's only 7 left, but I think there's enough Arbalests as a, percentage of this army. Like, just enough. Oh god. Not again. Not again. You bet it is. Oh, man. Yeah, that's it. Castle finally goes down, but at massive cost. And now Lix is, he's lost most of his army, and he's gonna lose the trebs. Does get the bombard there, but... Yeah, this is pretty rough. Yeah, Viper's still mining that gold for free. It's just wild. Castle Knight coming over here in the east for Lix. Siege Ram coming in, that could definitely be a huge one. And Viper also took back control of the water, in all of this. Paladin is on the way, though. Lix has enough gold for the big boy expensive upgrade. Is it going to be enough, though, against all of the cheap halberdiers? Also, Viper just added in fishing ships to take the remaining fish here. I love it. Viper's housed. Of course, it's Viper. Actually, that was Viper's only castle, so he's going to be unable to make trebuchets. And who was saying that people don't make cannon galleons anymore? Or when they should. Hey, what happened to Siege Ram? I guess the Siege Ram upgrade was cancelled somewhere. Whoa, 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 what the hell was that? Selling a ton of stone. I guess he just wants it for Paladin production. I don't think he ever got Kamendarin. Okay, now he's getting Siege Ram. But now he can't afford to make any Paladins. War Galley. But the Cannon Galleon is out. Yeah, Siege Ram is going to be a very helpful tool, though. If he can get any. Ring Archer Armor coming in now for Viper. I mean, he has been falling behind, or he has been behind in Blacksmith upgrades. What will technology think of next? Who knows, man? Who knows? Man, that castle save, though. 97% denying that town center. Oh man, this is seriously anyone's game right now. Viper is climbing towards max pop, slowly but surely. Now, I don't know if Lix was ever able to get Kamendarin. Oh wait, no. Whoops, wrong player. No, he did not. So guys, these are just regular crossbowmen that cost gold and stuff. Yeah, he also doesn't have ballistics. He does have thumb ring. But fast fire ships are now coming in here for our blue player. Paladin numbers are growing. And one way that Persians can beat Byzantines in late game is simply by just having a better army. It's going to be difficult for Byzantines to field a very population-efficient army. Especially if they can't use cataphracts, which you can't use here because if there isn't any infantry whatsoever, they're like, no point. But I wonder if Lix thinks he has Kamendarin, because there's like no reason you wouldn't have it right now. Gold is definitely precious. Anyway, big fight gonna be happening over here. Oh! Okay-ish bombard cannon hits, but still Lix is forced to fall back. Only one siege ram, or sorry, 2 siege rams. And Viper just has so many units running around everywhere. Lix was actually able to snag the last relic, though, so in the long run, he does have that relic advantage. Ballistics just now coming in, obviously very late. Oh, also a castle over here in the north. Yeah, the fact that he's still making crossbowmen without Kamendarin, it's absolutely horrible for Lix. Like, he needs the gold for paladins, man. Or trebs, or bombard cannons, or rams, or something else. Crossbowmen aren't worth it as a gold unit at this stage. Yeah, selling a bunch of food for gold. He did get guilds earlier. More ranges on the way. Now, Viper has mined a good amount of this gold. Maybe about a third, or actually almost exactly a third, in fact. But there's still plenty left for Lix to take, potentially. But 101 military for Viper. He is finally nearing max pop. Yeah, I have no idea why Viper isn't adding in more TCs. Yeah, that's not a very efficient fight for Viper either. And Viper wins in the late game versus literally almost every player in the world, and it's just a testament to how good Lix is that he's able to keep up with his opponent. Finally getting Kamendarin. Oh my god. He needed that guy so long ago. Oh, he's probably kicking himself for that. But now it's in. Even getting hoardings and masonry, he does not want to lose this castle position. It just opens up all the farmers over here. Well, yeah, of course he didn't notice it wasn't in. You wouldn't intentionally be just skipping it. But Lix has the gold income right now. But the trade cogs, no! Lix, the misclicks. They call him Misclicks. Misclicks. Oh no. The trade cogs, no! Oh no. Well, I was saying that the games today weren't individually that great. This game is definitely the exception. This feels like another YouTube game, even though it feels like I've only been posting Lix games recently. Look, I mean, like, this game is so sick. Like, it still can go anyone's way right now. Viper being annoying with these elite skirmishers? Yeah, it's true. There's oh, look, the monastery is going to be destroyed. You don't want to be losing your relics. Viper annoying with this fire ship. Yeah, but Viper has a giant-ass army. Oh. It's like if those bombards can get pay dirt against the skirmishers. And they kind of are. Yeah, that's a thing. That was what you would call a bad fight for Lix. Oh, 100% he'll go for the relic steal, if he can get to it. Some random units over here. Relics. Lix already has a monastery there, though. Lix now having to buy stone, trying to wait until he's max pop again. But Viper simply just has a huge army because he has so few villagers. A random mangonel, because sure, why not? What did that boar ever do to you, man? Still, you gotta be going sooner rather than later. Alright, it looks like it's time. Viper immediately pulls back the exposed bombard cannon. Halbs flanking to the right. It's all about getting those bombard cannons if you're Lix. Oh, a few hussars over here. And Viper's just done a beautiful job of making himself safe from enemy raids. And, well, the Halbs have been pulled a little bit, but Viper just has so many ranged units in the back. Like, Lix is just really struggling to keep up with Viper numerically. And that's due to Lix having, you know, way more villagers, but the thing is, Viper's army is so cost-efficient. Lix has way more of literally every single resource. But it's Byzantines, man. Viper has a positive KD with Byzantines. Yeah, VP forfeited earlier. Lix is trying to alter the side in which he's fighting versus Viper. But 116 military, the Snake just has such a gigantic army. Well, I mean, Vipers has, like, just enough of what he needs. Or, okay, that would have been nonsense. Actually, the Halbs are kind of blocked off by their own ranged units. But The bombard, all of the bombards are still alive. What the hell? Oh, he loses one. What even is this? How long until? A long time. Long time. Now, Lix is pushing in the north. Lix also resecuring those relics, very important. Oh no! Oh, rip the monk. He secured 2 of the relics. Also, Viper with 1 monk in the back over here to heal all of his injured units. Byzantine extra heal speed, remember? But like Lix getting guilds way earlier on could prove to be very useful. But siege rams are something that Viper simply doesn't deal with very well. The Halbs have low attack, even if they are dealing melee damage. And the skirms are obviously barely doing anything useful. Oh, gotta be so careful, Viper! Can we just let both players win this game? Can they, like, each get 1 point? Because both have really shown some amazing plays. Oh, gotta be careful. Yeah, I seriously have no idea why Viper never added additional town centers. It's important in late game because it helps you replenish from raids. Oh, gotta be careful. And now Viper's villager count's actually getting kind of scarily low. He has 30 halbs in the queue, but that's it. And this castle still stands. Lix really should be getting architecture. This castle has 80 kills. Yeah, Viper is 150 popped, Lix is 200, but still is hanging on there, man. How's wood control looking for Viper? Now it's actually starting to get a bit scary for wood control. Because this is his only wood, and this. So Viper will run out of wood soon, and the thing is, he isn't making any hussars. So his army, it's very cheap on the wood cost, but it does cost wood. Oh, good bombard hits. He controls 1 cow. Oh my god, Lix is getting architecture. I freaking love it, man. Building HP upgrades. Like, if this game doesn't sell you on building HP upgrades, I don't know what will. Viper repairing. But yeah, Lix simply with so many more resources. Also, you know the game's gone long when the soundtrack restarts. Because now we're all the way back to the Age of Kings soundtrack. Oh boy. I love this 1 monk from Viper healing up all these injured units. Lix repairing the bombard cannons. Like, these guys are just playing so smartly. Oh my god, the bombard cannon going for the trebs. Does get 1. And the skirms are simply so crappy versus bombard cannons. Yeah, that treb's also gonna go... Oh! Wait, what got the bombard cannon? Was that the treb? I think that was the treb. Yeah, it has 1 kill, so that's gonna be the bombard cannon. Oh yeah, I definitely know that, Aluka. Because for some reason it defaulted to, like, Windows Media Player. Viper still 101 military. Going for the Halb raid. Mixed with the cow. And now Viper is starting to become very exposed. What impresses me so much from Lix in this game is one that he's hanging on against Viper in post-imp, which is like... I don't even know how anyone other than like a tippy top player can do that. But 2, I think it's been a beautiful balance of just enough units to push on this side. Like, Viper has never really been able to stop Lix's push on the eastern side, nor has he really been able to push on the left-hand side. So Lix is the one who is taking the ground where it counts. Oh, and the castle goes down. Viper now with 0 castles. Usually, guys, 0 castles at this stage in the game is a GG move. It means that you have no way of ever protecting yourself from raids. Unless you're, like, you know, absolutely annihilating your opponent's economy at the same time. Which, I mean, yeah, Viper's raiding a little bit, but it's not close. Yes, Viper's at 150 pop right now, but he is simply unable to replenish this army. He has villagers dying in that wood line. This is literally his only wood line. Actually, what's Lix's wood line chances looking like? I mean, he's got this one over here, but the map's actually just running out of wood. I mean, Viper, he's trying, man, but his pop is just very swiftly dropping. Yeah, Viper needed to just break this castle before this all happened. Like, once this was established, Viper had to deal with constant attacks from this side, and he still had to invest enough resources into pushing at the front. Okay, that's going to be a good fight for Viper still. Oh yeah, no, like, both of these players deserve so much credit for how well they're playing. Viper calls the GG eventually, though. Almost an hour-and-a-half long game time, but Lix will take game number 1. Had an enormous advantage in early game, had a better start, better civ, able to take down his opponent's fishing ships. But Viper taking just efficient trade after efficient trade after efficient trade, able to hold the castle here, deny the town center over here, almost pulling it back, but just in the end, simply not enough steam. As Lix is able to close that one out. Lix the best post-in player? Whoa, no. Viper did macro. He just didn't add TCs. He thought he could just do it with 1 TC. He was specifically doing it to have as large an army as possible. Who enjoyed that game more? Who knows? And it just goes to show that, like, Viper's a better player than Lix. Like, overall, I don't think anyone would say otherwise. But if you get to these specific Nomad situations, and it's like post-imp Nomad, Lix is totally there with Viper. Look at that, 60,000 more resources collected. But just barely a positive KD. Also able to have a more fleshed out tech tree. Viper with 72 APM for a game that long is actually, like, insane. But yeah, I'm just really happy that I got to cast that game. Hope you guys enjoyed it.